Stuff. We're talking about stuff today. I recently come to the conclusion that holy shit, I have too much stuff, way too many things. That includes clothes, that includes gadgets, items, things around me, slowly suffocating me, not physically, but just mentally suffocating me. You ever get that feeling that like when you're trying to work, you just like can't because it's like you just look around and it's like, oh my god, everything's a mess. Whether it's an actual mess or not, it could just be that maybe you have too many things in your small space. Now I live in New York, and I currently still live with my mother and my brother, essentially. Don't worry, I pay rent. Okay, I'm not bumming, but I do have a very small space here, and because of that, I can't really afford to have a lot of things. Um, Before this, we were in a house, and after this, I plan on moving in with my girlfriend to maybe not, well, definitely a smaller apartment as a whole, but the hope is that I have at least a little bit bigger of a space. But let's be honest, in New York, very hard to find. So probably not. We're assuming we're going from a house to where I am right now, to an even smaller space, and I'm realizing, bro, like I can't take everything with me, bro. I just can't. And in a way, for a long time now, I've been under the impression that I can't I can't hold on to shit, man. My father, who just recently passed a couple months ago. Um, he had his own battle, I think, with stuff and things. When you reach a certain point in life where you feel like you have like you have money, you feel like you are okay to spend money. Some of us take that a little bit too far. Let's say maybe myself and maybe my father included, and we get to the point where we just start amassing things. You go to flea markets, garage sales, antique sales, estate sales. We used to love doing that stuff and just picking up like gems, items, things. This the thrift stores, like just things that are junk to someone else, but maybe gold to us. And over time, you amass such a large amount of these things, and just new things in general. That yeah, you get to the point where you're surrounded by clutter. For lack of a better word, you're a hoarder almost in a way, right? Now, not one of those horrible ones like you see in like the shows where it's like literally, oh my god, like turns out the lady thought she had, lady thought she had one cat, turns out she has 20. Not that bad, but still pretty bad. To the point where it's like you have to mentally think about this stuff and you feel like it affects the way you think and how you operate throughout the day. Um, I helped them through over time, kind of, in a way, like throw out a lot of stuff, right? And it's the kind of thing where it's like, yo, like it sucks that you paid money for these things that you now you're just throwing away or giving away for free or whatever. But in a way, that's just kind of how it works, bro. Like, it's the kind of stuff that you should have never bought to begin with. And all that to say that, like he passed a couple months ago, and it's like, dude, he didn't have that much stuff left, frankly, besides stuff that we had in a what do you call it, in a storage unit. Which don't even get me started on a storage unit. You should never need a storage unit. You really should not never ever need a storage unit. But you know, I'm going through his stuff and like donating some things here, throwing away some things that were never of use anyways here, keeping some things here. And I'm thinking, man, I'm like, damn, like, what they say is true, bro. Like, you don't take anything with you, man. You really don't take anything with you. Um, you know? And I think, obviously since then, and frankly for a while now, I've been really just, like, contemplating, like, yo, like, I gotta slow down on acquiring things. Especially because, again, I do plan on moving out soon. So, what I'm doing now is just as much as I can, just like taking clothes I don't wear anymore, donating them. Any items that I have, just trying to get rid of them, whether it's giving it to a friend or giving it out to like a thrift store or a local place, whatever it is. And just trying to do stuff that way, man, because at the end of the day, like my mental health is key, and like I just feel like I can operate with so many things. Not to mention, it feels good to travel light. I've thought to myself, and this should maybe be a question you ask yourself, right? If you woke up tomorrow in a completely different place with nothing on you besides maybe like, you know, 2 to 3 things, what would they be? You know? Maybe like a couple things you could fit in the backpack. Right? And to me, it'd be like literally like this camera setup I have, my phone, laptop, and that's it. You don't really need anything else. Obviously, that's not include like a nice clean pair of clothes. Okay, we need some clothes, but you know what I mean. Like you really don't need a lot. Like, and obviously I think it's a battle that everyone fights over time. Especially I'm really speaking from again like a privileged point of view. I'm in America. I'm in New York. I'm in Westchester. For Christ's sakes. So, don't get me wrong. I know I'm speaking from like this point of view where it's like, dude, how dare you like talk about having too much shit, or people on the other side of the world who have nothing. But in a way, it's just a different issue, bruh. And that's the way I kind of see it, So that's what I'm kind of just contemplating now. I kind of wanted to throw out a video a little bit about this, give you guys my perspective. Planning on moving like less than a year from now. More than likely like a one bedroom, one bathroom type deal. So I cannot have a lot of things, man. And I'm kind of happy about it. Like I like the idea of just being free, of not having a lot of things tied down to me. And any money that I do have to spend on traveling or whatever it is. Because that's the thing, right? You buy these things, you never use them, and it's like, oh my god, you could have spent that money traveling somewhere, or an experience or something like that, It's just very interesting how we think about things, and especially, in 2022, bro, it really is just interests me, and it's something that's always on my mind, especially right now, because again, I do have this move coming up. There's so many things, and like, you just don't know what's right to keep and what's right to remove. And that's why, in a way, I think that's kind of what helped my dad in a way. Like I was able, because for him it was like he just couldn't bring himself to throwing away something he paid for. I'm a little bit different. I'm more of like I'll analyze like the cost or benefit of what an action of a certain action that I do is. So like, yeah, I may have paid some money for whatever item I'm about to throw away, but like I'm also gonna feel a lot better just not seeing it anymore. That's the way I see it. But I know for certain people it's different, and I tell you, man, it's a very weird world that we live in, where I have to complain. Not complain. Hopefully, I'm not coming off as a complainer. I really hope I don't. But it's just weird, where like this day and age, where like I'm almost like complaining about having too many things. Insane to me. Insane. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully more content like this will come to this channel relatively soon. I do have like a crypto-based channel as well that I just talk about crypto stuff. I may be more active on this one, probably more often generally right now, because my job is crypto related, so obviously, I don't know if I want to double down on crypto and both in every hour of my life, but sometimes I just like talking about things, and I really wanted to get this off my chest today. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.